Live again. Thanks for joining. I almost fell over. Tell you what, I wish I would have known.
How you going? You good?
Yeah, you good? Yeah. Good.
An hour and 2 hours. I was really struggling to come, and then I heard Shelby say twice.
Well, that's what I keep doing after.
Because I was watching.
What do we do?
Bourbon.
You ready for this one?
Is this yours? Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, we're
It's not the
gonna.
marmor drink, but it's.
No, this is a warm up.
Kissed my husband on the way out the door. I gotta go. It's cocktail time.
So that doesn't look right. Man, I know him.
You are a little tight in here, aren't you?
Yeah, it's
I can't believe I'm in the Blue Monkey quarantine.
Oh, you're in the thralls of it. Well,
You have to be up here with it.
oh God, yeah.
They don't even think you're in.
No. So we don't. We'll get rid of some stuff though, because we don't need that.
We'll talk.
Yeah. So we'll do this. Want to go with the clear?
Perfect.
And then hold on. What else do we need?
Hazelnut.
Yes, I have. Where are you?
Yeah, a lot can happen between now and then.
Boom. And then bourbon.
Said you had some different.
Oh,
God, you got that one.
huh? This will be a good one.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That's a little steep for mixer.
We'll have fun. Want to go with it?
Chilled martini glass.
I feel like I
Call
hear
it the
people
chilled
in the
martini
house.
glass.
Love it. Let's do that.
We have people.
We do. Awesome.
Hey, what's up?
Chris Delfield and Joel are on the way. Sure.
That's awesome. Well, I'll wait. I'll put some ice in there. We can do.
Yeah, so you mix it.
Yeah,
Shake it in ice, make it cold.
Shake it. Boom. Done. Got it.
They were very good.
You guys- Yeah, we got an update of 5-0 early.
Steven scored. Let's just put that.
Who's that?
I love it. You're live on the air, by the way.
I know.
Okay. That's awesome. Keep. Did you score?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2,
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
2 pointers. So.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had a hurricane?
Oh, it's delicious. You got to try. That's You're gonna want that. Are we? We
We
are
are served
live.
often in a fishbowl.
Yeah. I've had that.
It's a delicious drink.
Well, I'm glad you got a day off, Max. There we are.
Well,
Does that bother you there? I can move it.
nope, I don't need it. I'm talking to you.
We don't need any fruit. We're good.
Oh, you having your little hurricane?
And
We're
we're
kind of
live.
ready. Yeah, we're live.
We just go.
We can go. You guys care? We're gonna go.
We're gonna go.
Nobody's coming back apparently.
You need to take off Northern
Coming back
Road.
double fisting now.
Oh,
Okay.
Game on.
So game
yeah.
on.
Will you drop the northern row? Here, you can come over as well. I'll tap in. Look at this.
This is great.
Is this
Wait, what?
So, we got some things going on here. This is the first.
This is the first.
This is the first. We've never. Now I've always wanted to, but we've never done a collaborative. We've never had a guest bartender.
What?
So it's happening. It's happening.
You the man,
And
Jeff?
I'll tell you what,
First time.
I'm extremely excited since we met, since I first saw the show, just like wanting to be on the Tonight Show. This has been a dream to be in here in the Blue Monkey Quarantina. I can't believe it's happening. This is
I know.
It's too exciting. I was on Good Morning America earlier this year, so that was one bucket list checked. Now Blue Monkey, 2 bucket list check.
Folks, just so you know, when we bring people in, you gotta have some cred. You gotta have a resume. We're not just bringing people off the street. We're bringing people that have been on Good Morning America, and that is a true story. I saw that clip.
And I do have to say, the reason I wanted to be on the show is because I love what you do and how you incorporate the history of the drink that maybe nobody cares about, but I really do. And I like to geek out about the history. And so, this is a great opportunity to give back to the kids, and just a pleasure to be part of it. So
Thank you. I'm excited to have somebody who's enjoyed it. You and I have gotten to do several cocktails now. We'll have our own little side talks now on different places we've gone, different cocktails, things to try, mezcal, smoked cocktails, which it's still on the list. I'm going to get there. He's been pushing me to do smoked cocktails.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
And Shelby likes that.
And so we travel for soccer together, and we actually you have your own cocktail.
Sort of, yes. I have modified a traditional smoked Manhattan.
Just modified. He's got his own riff.
Riffing.
I'm telling you
Exactly.
again,
Wow.
people. If you want to be on the show, you're welcome. But get the resume ready.
Drink a lot,
Yes.
bastardize a cocktail.
Yes, and be ready to throw down when you get here. And so
That's like a perfect transition.
yeah,
Because the liquid bourbon ball itself was a creation. It was brand new. Nobody had ever done it. And to me, it is also when I gave you that story, you said, Jeff, there's not a whole lot of history about it. What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
And I said, oh my gosh, there's a ton of history on it, but it goes back to the bourbon ball. And the great thing about it is the fact that the bourbon ball itself and the cocktail incorporate a bourbon story that actually has women. All the major players are women.
That's
and
true.
Typically it's men.
Yeah.
And I'm not aware of any other story that actually even includes women or has women as a major player. So very cool.
Well, I agree. We did a couple episodes back in the day, early on, before you probably saw, where we actually did, and it's tough to find women cocktail pioneers,
And specifically bourbon, which
It's
is
absolutely
traditionally a man's drink. Traditionally, you drank it neat. You don't mix it. You don't make a cocktail.
Yeah, there's no fruit salad in bourbon.
Exactly.
And what's great though, and I'm going to let you tell the story because the timing of this story too, it isn't just women and alcohol, it's women in business. I mean, that was unheard of in of itself.
It's women in business. It's women's suffrage. There's the Great Depression. There's a war. I mean, all of these things come together, and women in politics is also in this. I mean, the story is just fantastic. I mean,
It's
hold
one
on.
of the, trust me.
This
yeah.
is going to be the best thing you've ever heard, or again, the wheels are going to fall off here.
Folks, hold on to your bourbon balls because
Yes, hold on.
this is going to be a good one.
All
You're
right.
gonna, all right, hit it.
So we'll
Yes.
get into the story. All right. So the story actually starts back in 1919. There were.
Already love it.
Did you know that?
I-
All right.
Yeah,
There were 2 women, Rebecca Gooch and Ruth Hanley Bowie. They started the Rebecca Ruth Candy Company, which later became the Rebecca Ruth Chocolates, which is still in existence today. So again, 1919, the company is still in existence today.
So one of the first things when I kind of looked at what was shocking, there are a lot of people that you already cleared up a big part of this. A lot of people think Rebecca Ruth was a person.
Exactly.
And it's 2 women.
It's actually 2 women, and the reason they named their company was not without much thinking behind it. Again, in 1919, women didn't own businesses. It was extremely difficult for them to be in business without a man. So typically, single women did not have businesses unless you had you had to have a backing of a man. They couldn't even vote in 1919, for God's sakes. Counselor?
Yeah,
When,
this is true.
When were they able to vote? You
You're
remember?
going to try to
You were
give
going
me
to say the
23rd?
19th Amendment.
I was going to say 23rd actually. 18th was Prohibition. 19th,
19th.
yeah, because that was women. That was women's suffrage. They were the ones who
Exactly.
push. So they got that, and they were like, well, let's get some voting.
And so that was later. It was actually 1920, but that was
Yep.
later. So they're starting this business, and it was really unheard of for a woman, even more unheard of for a single woman, and they didn't even have the right to vote at this point. We're not to the bourbon ball candy yet, so this is just confectionery candy, because many women at that time actually did produce candy, but they gave them out as gifts. And somewhere along the way, the two women decided that they were better at molding chocolates than molding children's minds, because they had great teaching jobs, and they left them and went into the candy business. So now we're going to tie it to some alcohol here, some bourbon. So during 1919, we were in Prohibition, and so there were many defunct bars, many defunct, liquor outings, if you will. And so these women were not able to go get a business loan to start their business, and so they had to get creative. And they went into the Frankfurt Hotel in Frankfort, Kentucky, and asked if they could use the space that was once their bar for their candies. And they were able to get a place to produce these candies on the cheap. The other interesting thing is because it was Prohibition, these two pioneering women were probably one of the first to participate in what we would call guerrilla marketing today, or we'll say social influencing, because they were known to go out into the community and talk about how great these Rebecca Ruth candies were. And they would be, they'd be in an area and they'd sit down and they'd just have a conversation about how wonderful these candies are, and they'd do it loud so other people would hear. And
it's fantastic.
And then I'm not going to say that they actually did this, but there is a rumor that somebody started spreading that Rebecca and Ruth were actually soaking their nuts and their fruits in alcohol behind the bar and serving them in their candies. And so people were coming to the Rebecca Ruth candy factory because they thought they were going to get a little bit of bourbon.
I love it.
Yeah, and especially in an old bar. I mean, it's a perfect setup. I mean,
Frankfurt.
Absolutely perfect. So Ruth actually left the business for a period. She didn't get completely out of the business, but she left it because she went and she got married and she had a child. And then she actually came back in 1929 when Rebecca got married and left the business. And Rebecca completely sold all her shares to Ruth in 1929. The other interesting thing about Ruth was she was now widowed. Her husband died, unfortunately. So she was only married for a short time, left her widowed with a child and no job. So she went into the candy business. Great idea, right? What else happened in 1929?
I believe we were about to get hit with the Depression.
We were about to get hit with the Depression. The stock market just crashed. So people were losing their jobs right and left. There was no dispendable income. So, hey, candy, what a great idea. A commodity that people can't afford. Let's go into this.
It's like opening a restaurant at the beginning of COVID.
Exactly. So Ruth continued the business, and she struggled, but she did survive. And then we fast forward to 1936. She gets invited to Frankfort, Kentucky, to celebrate the 150th birthday of the city of Frankfort. Now, if you've been watching the Cocktail Show, Paul's favorite word for the 150th celebration, which is...
Oh, my gosh. This is what it's Sesquicentennial.
Yeah.
It was tough when I was
Centennial. Exactly, it was exactly.
Yeah.
But so she was invited to this celebration, and during that celebration, the story goes. There's actually two versions of the story which are fantastic. So the first story is she's invited to the celebration and was asked to bring her mint chocolate kernels to the party. She's there and supposedly serving these chocolate kernels, and the governor comes up and takes one of the chocolates and says, "There's no better taste than a sip of bourbon and a bite of chocolate." And that was one story that gave her the inspiration to maybe combine bourbon and her chocolates. The second story, which I actually like a lot better, is she was at this party. She was invited as a guest, and she brought chocolates as her gift to the birthday party. And while she is sitting around or whatever, a dignitary, a politician, Eleanor Hume Offutt is her last name. She came and was talking with Ruth, and said, "There's no better taste in life except a sip of bourbon and your chocolate," to Ruth. So I love the second story. The first story, I actually envision here's this staunch government official carrying his glass of bourbon served neat and walking up to the servant that's handing him a candy and says, "Yeah, this no better taste than this sip of bourbon and this chocolate." But then now you have Eleanor Hume, who actually was a politician at this time, and her mother was instrumental in passing women's suffrage and the 19th Amendment. Eleanor actually happened to be there when it was signed into law, and she was there helping to influence in Kentucky from that time and helping with women's rights and equality in women. So I see Ruth sitting there, widowed, single mom, showing up to this party that she gets invited to, and Eleanor befriending her, coming up, having a conversation with her, impressed with how she's had this business, sharing stories, and then saying, "Nothing's better than a sip of bourbon and your chocolate." So I love that story. So it actually took her 2 years to develop the recipe, and it wasn't until 1938 that we actually see the actual bourbon ball. It's a secret recipe. The original one was created with Evan Williams 100 proof, and some people say that it actually helped the bourbon industry continue to thrive because the love for bourbon in America is up and down throughout history, and the bourbon ball has been consistent throughout its birth. The Rebecca Ruth Company, like I said, is still in business, and they're producing 5 million pieces of candy every year, and 3 million of them are bourbon balls. They don't produce all the bourbon balls, but they produce over 3 million a year, which is pretty impressive.
That's fantastic.
So now, for God's sakes, Jeff, get to the cocktail, right?
Make the damn
I
drink.
mean,
Make
my
the damn
goodness.
drink.
So, to get to the actual bourbon bourbon ball cocktail, we have to go to the year 2000, and it is Joy Perrine. You know, Joy Perrine.
I saw the name.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Joy Perrine. All right. This is good. Joy Perrine was another female pioneer. So she actually started bartending in the late 60s, early 70s when this was unheard of, and she was a craft cocktail maker. She actually moved to St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, where she crafted rum, which your last drink was rum,
Yeah.
you know, the Hurricane. So because that was way more plentiful than bourbon at the time. She ended up getting into bartending by accident. So she was in St. Croix as a servant or a server, and the night there was a night where they were extremely busy, and the bartender just said, "The hell with it," and walked out. Her boss said, "I can't leave the kitchen, so either don't serve alcohol, or if somebody orders something, you have to make it." So she said, "All right." And so she went behind the bar and was making the cocktails for her customers. But what she had to do was yell to the kitchen the name of the cocktail, and he would yell back what it was because she had no idea how to make cocktails. So I thought that was a very interesting story. You know what the first cocktail she made was?
Old fashioned.
It's like all coming together. We just went Hurricane. Now go one back further.
That's right.
No, one back from your show.
The American.
The Brandy Alexander.
Oh, the Tonight Show. I'm
the
like,
Tonight Show. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
one time.
So it was
Yeah.
like when you were doing this, I was like, wow, this is just crazy because we're going to be in, you know, the story's going to go into the rum area. And then Brandy Alexander was her first callback. So that was the first drink she had.
Wow.
Anyway. All right. So she moves to Kentucky in 1978. No idea why. And she is at the Equas and Jack's restaurant, which is still in existence today in Louisville, Kentucky. And believe it or not, they say she still works there.
Oh, wow.
Really? Yeah. So she came in the 80s, throughout the 80s, and actually became really famous by writing 2 books. And this was simultaneous to another one of your guys, Dale DeGraff.
Yeah, DeGraff,
over in the Rainbow Room in New York. But he got more credit than she did, but she still became world renowned. So in 2000, now we're to the drink. Just like you had mentioned, cocktails are created for multiple reasons. This one was created by Tuaca. So there was a contest by Tuaca, which is owned by Brown and Foreman, and they had to create all these different cocktails to win. Well, her signature drink that she decided to make was called the Bourbon Ball Cocktail. And she created that in 2000. The original one, which we're not making today, actually had the Tuaca in it. Now, I want to tie all this together and show you how she actually made this nod.
I love it.
This is going to blow your mind.
Okay. Trust me, I'm in.
All right, blowing your mind here. So,
You're knocking my bourbon balls off.
I believe that it was, which came first, chicken or the egg? So she had to use Tuaca because she was in the Tuaca contest, right? So I think she searched long and hard. How can I give a nod to my fellow women, pioneers, and how can I bring this all home? And came up with the Bourbon Ball Cocktail. Because not only is the Bourbon Ball a strong one, but Tuaca itself is an Italian brandy liqueur, right? It was originally created in the 15th century, but brought back in 1938 by two brothers. Remember, Bourbon Ball created in 1938.
Yeah.
Tuaca resurged back in 1938. Coincidence? I don't know. Secondly, it is an Italian liqueur. And Eleanor Hume, who I do believe was the inspiration for the Bourbon Ball, her father was the most decorated medical officer in the history of America. And he traveled all over Europe, but spent the majority of his time in Italy, where Eleanor Hume grew up. Talk about a nod to some powerful women in a cocktail.
That's awesome.
All right, so let's get back to the cocktail.
Yeah.
So the original had the Tuaca. It also had dark cream de cocoa, cream de cacao.
Oh, well, here we've got dark.
That was the original. We don't need to do that.
No,
It shows the cocktail shows up again in 2005 when Woodford Reserve publishes it in their tour of cocktails. I can't remember the name of the book. But it's a fantastic cocktail. As you know, or one of Joy's missions was to make bourbon lovers out of non-bourbon lovers. And so this cocktail was actually created as resistance to that always serving bourbon neat.
Yep.
And she said, look, if I can convince people to drink bourbon, then that's all the better, right? And so that's what this was her other inspiration.
I love it.
So let's do it.
All right, I'll be the pour.
You be
just
the pour.
To keep you tell me. What do you want to start with?
You can start with like 2 ounces of the bourbon.
2 ounces of bourbon.
So Woodford is the most common. The original, like I said, was Evan Williams.
But we got to give
this
that.
This is really good Woodford bourbon.
Yeah,
too,
this is going to be one great bourbon ball.
I will drink this one.
Yeah, this is I want to sip, but yeah, this is good stuff. All right.
1 ounce of the cream de cacao. Darker. Either one. The only difference, even to the discerning palate, is going to be the color. I don't think you can tell the difference between the dark and the light.
1 ounce?
1 ounce.
Oh, I hear a Condor.
In the original,
We have quite the crowd out there.
we do. This is awesome.
I will see in 1 second. And then?
And the Frangelica, some nuts. The original did not have nuts in it or a nutty flavor, but as you know, the bourbon ball always must have a pecan. So this is adding that nutty flavor by using some hazelnut liqueur. Quarter ounce, half, quarter. If you like it nuttier, you can add a little more. Mix it up, make it cold. You'll serve it in your martini glass and we'll garnish with chocolate. Now, one other thing that I found in my 8 minutes of research was the bourbon ball recipe is a tightly held secret even to this day. But in a recent interview, the great-great-grandson of Ruth Bowie, which her married name is actually Bowie, had said that one of the secret ingredients was vitamin C or emergency.
Now it's already become my favorite cocktail.
Yeah,
like this is already. All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna strain into a martini glass, which we've chilled. We do.
Oh, I see. How that looks.
Look at that. We've got a little
beautiful color.
Little shaving on it.
Glad you guys take a 20-minute nap.
Not this guy.
There it is. So another thing you can do, the original actually came with a chocolate rim.
Oh,
So Joy actually rimmed with chocolate and served with a strawberry garnish.
now we have to. There's the invited. Boom.
Now it's going to taste just like a bourbon ball. Oh, I would love to do the
You've
honors.
got to absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Good.
That is.
I got it.
taste
Yeah,
it.
if you don't mind, I got it.
You got to taste that. Wow.
Oh.
Now this
Wow.
is no foo-foo
Oh.
drink, even though it's extremely sweet. This is 100% alcohol.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing in there but alcohol.
Yeah,
So,
you're gonna need that
so-
emergency to
yeah,
save you.
Exactly. All right.
That was
Thanks, Paul.
fantastic. I'm out of a job. I'm
Oh,
done.
That was
So,
fun.
Hand in the reins next
so
year.
just going to be here. We are in hour 18. He'll be here for the next 6 hour, folks, while I go.
Eat one of those first, then taste that.
Yeah, here, pass that around.
I
That
am not
was awesome.
going to at the moment.
Then taste that.
We got people out here. Can we put the camera on out there?
What's up, people? We got a fan cam. Everybody.
What the?
It's delayed. You're
What's
probably
that?
on right now. Oh, okay. Hello, fan cam.
We, folks, we are rocking and rolling. Sir, you want to say hi to everybody? No, he doesn't have to. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
I have to go now.
You got to go.
I'm hungry.
Fair. Sorry, we can't feed you. I mean, we can, but nothing. We don't have sushi or anything like that. So, look at this. We do have a crowd out here. This is fantastic. Look at this. We're stuck. Oh man, this is easy. This is.
Get in there and clean. So
Oh yeah. Here,
Denver. I need to swap out.
sir. What are you going with for lunch?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll find out. I don't know yet.
All right.
Um,
All right. So we are. Hold on. Let me get caught up. That is a fantastic cocktail, Jeff. A huge shout out. This is again. These are the things that just make my heart sing. You know what I mean?
yes, absolutely.
I mean, for somebody to find a joy in this, it just blows my mind. I love it. It's fantastic. It's awesome. Now, we should be. Oh, this is.
Yep.
So. We have to bring the Condor in.
Absolutely.
So we got a special. So folks, this is where it's going to run a little fast, a little crazy, a lot of fun. I'm putting that away, and I know we need it. We're keeping that one out. We'll do that. We're going to take this one out. Folks, we're not leaving it all right now. You got one more cocktail before the next break.
Fan cam.
So, man, Cam.
Everybody wave. You can't see you, but you're on there. Delayed. Found out the hard way several times.
There you go.
Oh,
Sorry,
what's that? I don't know. Are you hungry? I'm not either. Uh, This is absolutely what I needed.
Yeah. Like I feel.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
Hey,
Yo,
you gotta do the plug thing.
are we back? What camera's on now, Alan?
Which one you want?
Not this one.
Okay. Fan cam's on.
What do we have to do? Oh, yeah, you can.
Larry here.
Yeah, is that all right? Well, you can come over here if you want. I gotta get that.
Oh,
Is this a changeover?
Every cocktail.
it is
Gone through. We're gonna
not yet.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Now to wow wow.
Yeah.
Changeover. No, it's
Boom.
It's the next
Boom,
one.
we got, yeah, bring that one in. Got one more.
Yeah, we still do 36.
What do we got? Are we?
Shelby asked if that was a changeover. The answer is no.
I didn't know. I'm lost on this one.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's this is more of a, what? Oh, I thought you said Paul. Paul?
No, I said oh.
Is this? What are we doing? Book
Well, I
signing?
still got one to do. We didn't. I didn't properly thank Jeff with a book,
And then I left at 4.
so that's rude.
It is rude.
That was
Huh?
unexpected.
It was unexpected.
I kind of asked for it. That was rude.
Not at all. No, not at
Not with
all.
that story. No way.
Nobody loves you, right?
So, look, did you see the hat?
I love the hat. Hey, look.
Is that not great? Or we're still up, right? We're still
We're
running.
still
live.
up. We're waiting on the book signing.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Ready to this?
Chicago. I
That's
got it
right.
in Chicago.
I remember.
Chicago. You think it's because he took it back out of my bag. Because I stole it from
Got to do a book, Jeff. Thank you for making the show classy. Oh, look at this! This is gonna be out
This is
at
awesome.
7. This is awesome. It's nonstop. Here we go.
Is it the president calling?
It is Blue Monkey Quarantina. We have alcohol available.
Hello there, this is John Evans, Norwalk, Ohio.
Mr. John Evans, Shelbs. John Evans.
Oh my goodness.
Are you
Your credit card or just send you money?
you can just send a credit card and then that works. But however you want to do it. You can do a credit card online. That's probably the easiest. Coatdrive.org, www.coatdrive.org. One of the best domain names I've ever gotten, by the way. And
Oh, that is a good one.
I can't believe I got it.
No.
It was, and funny story, John, while we're on here, people buy things when they drink. Like people, they buy clothes, they go shopping. Some people do. Shelby gets concert tickets. I drunk domain shop. So when I get drinking, this is a true story, I think of crazy domain names and I buy them. I have like 100 domain names. And just whatever, just whatever sounds good. Like I have Funeral AF. Just because I thought someday that could be a fun website. But anyway, this is what I do. It doesn't make John. I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. But we're into a lot of hours. So you're going to make a donation.
I will go online. I will take care of that for you. And have a great day. Good luck,
Wait,
everyone.
wait.
John, I appreciate. Hey, John,
Yes.
would you be willing to let us know so we can run a tally of what you might donate when you go online?
I think Paul has usually twisted my arm, so 500.
Whoa! Whoa!
Man, John, that is man.
All right. Well, I'll take care of it. You guys have a good day.
Well, we're gonna try. We're halfway in.
All right. Have a great day.
All right, bye. Man, the hits keep
That's awesome.
hitting. All right, Jeff, thank you for making the show classy. For a change.
I'll bring it down to work.
Change. It was needed.
Very nice, Jeff.
That was an awesome.
It was awesome.
So, now drink up. Cheers. There it is. Sir, that was one of the best. Well, actually, that is the best guest bartender we have ever had on the show by far. Not even close. Like
Bar none.
Bar none. So, well done.
Thank you, sir.
Now, who's all out there? So we have some HCC folks out there, right?
Joel and Chris.
So you guys can all see what's going on. We're still here. So I'll give it a shot from in here, but I'll yell loud. I'll go back in. But one of the things I'll share this, but We'll get a count. I'll split this drink up, and you'll hear kind of what we're going on. But we have all felt that it is long overdue. There's one guy, no matter what, and this goes for any team. The only person you have to make sure you got to have a keeper. Like if you show up and there's no keeper, it's like, well, this is a long day. Like, and it's like, well, who's going to do it? Not me. Right. You do not want me in there, and that goes for most of us. So this one goes out to the Condor, who, gosh, you're on several. How many teams are you on keeper for now? A lot. A lot.
Ask my wife.
Shoot, not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough. So there's really only one main thing you have to know. Well, a few things. One, Larry can basically touch goalpost or post to post just pretty much easily, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about a kid's goal, but it still looks impressive when you do it.
It does.
I mean, it's a 4-foot goal, but it really looks good when you do it. 3.5. But the wingspan and the Condor, this was dubbed one of our matches. I think it is appropriate because Condor has a huge wingspan.
It is.
The largest wingspan of any bird. 10 feet.
10 feet.
Up to 10 feet.
Caca.
Did you have now you were a keeper in college.
I was.
Did you have a nickname in college?
Cookie Man.
Cookie Man.
Cookie.
I know. It's
Okay.
last name Cook. It's kind of hard. But
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I see how they got there. Yeah. All right. Cookie Man.
Mm. I'm glad it's Condor.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like in Condor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, now this is a unique because there's one thing that I've never really ever done on the show. We've never made up a cocktail, and I can't even take full credit. We talked about the idea, and you ran with it, and so
It was collaborative effect.
collaborative effect. We pushed each other, but so this gentleman, the Condor, he I don't want to say you live on these. But it's close.
It's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be the only liquid he puts in his body other than alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to
That's
just
a fair
cut to the chase. So we're going to go Monster and kick it up a notch. And I think this is going to be actually a good cocktail.
You care if I embellish a little bit and talk about the Condor a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So the only thing I'll throw in is my 8 minutes. And honestly, it was about 8 seconds.
Oh wow.
But I was curious about the history of the Monster.
That's beautiful.
Because I was like, it's been around, and actually, I'm going to tell you this, you're going to be floored. Do you know when the company of Monster started?
I had no clue.
1930.
What?
Yeah, so 1930. Originally, it was Hanson's Natural Drinks. That is the original company. And Hanson's, it was a family, basically a family business of making all natural fruit juices. And they lived in that world. And finally even in the 1970s, they tried to go into the soda market. But again, they've stayed on that same line of all natural ingredients. And obviously, that didn't work out. So finally in 2002, they launched an energy drink brand in 2002, but the underlying company, now it's since sold off to Coca-Cola, but the original company, Hanson's, basically was an all-natural juice. So that should make you feel good.
Yeah, wholesome goodness.
Wholesome goodness in every can. And actually,
There you
they talk about there's still some leftover marketing, and so but some of the words that are on the can are kind of scary looking. The one that I pulled, it was cyanocobalamin, which sounds bad, right? Anything cyanide. I mean that already. But actually that is the scientific name for B12. So again, healthy,
goodness.
wholesome goodness. And yes, please, I'll start getting stuff ready. Take over on what you want to say, because
I have a long leash.
Ow.
I'm gonna need one.
long.
So, we talked about the Condor. Many people think that he's named the Condor just because of the wingspan. But there are many other similarities Larry has with the Condor.
I'm nervous and excited all the same time.
Me too.
And then,
Hopefully I'll remember them.
yeah.
So the first one is late 80s, early 90s. The Condor was actually, or the California Condor was actually believed to have gone extinct because it was rarely ever seen. It's kind of like Larry on the actual pitch, playing as a field player. But there was one sighting that we've all seen the video of where he was seen on the field and he actually scored.
That's right.
I
So
have
I
it here
think
if you'd like
that's
to see
We
it.
have
I
that
it here.
video.
I have it with
I
you.
think that's very similar. So the Condor, people rarely saw it, and they actually saw him scoring on the field very rarely.
Probably. Was
Yeah,
that
so-
in the 80s? When was
It was.
It
Now
80.
Yeah,
there is still some controversy about it because it could have been his twin brother, but we'll give it to Larry. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot the other one.
Oh, come on.
I'll think of it
All right.
as you go.
No, well, I'll start
There you go.
putting some ice. Now, I think this is a build in a glass kind of a drink, although it's got lemon juice.
I mean, I
I
could
have
say
an
that
idea.
it's a monster of a bird because it weighs up to 30 pounds and has that 10 feet.
It's pretty good.
And you like monster,
I do.
so there's a
Yeah.
correlation.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make up a batch of these so everybody can try. So, one of the main ingredients is wild turkey American honey.
Yes.
A
Great
favorite.
choice.
And
Great
the
choice.
reason is
Great
it's
choice.
one of his favorite, and this was actually the first bourbon liqueur created in 1976.
Really?
So it is the first. So that is a flavored bourbon, and they were the first to do it. How about that?
So what we're gonna do is we're
That was
gonna.
slow.
Do you need more of these?
You are the original.
No, I think we're good because we're gonna go 4. So I'm gonna go with making a couple of these. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll go
So
2.
everybody out here wants.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
So the other fun fact
Here.
about condors is the California condor especially has been known to build their nests on the side of a cliff, and they're extremely aggressive birds. And when other predatory birds, even eagles, hawks, some of the largest high up on the food chain, come anywhere near the nest, they sweep out and snatch them right out of the air, much like a goalkeeper
Yeah.
protecting his goal.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway,
So
I'm done.
I like how
that's all I got.
I like how you get to this cocktail. So we went with the
That's
bourbon.
how he wants to do some beef. You know, we met in California.
And they met in California.
I swooped down and
And you
Swooped
swooped down,
down.
snatched her up.
Snatched her, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the ingredients, I think they're going to pair well together, but I think there's some other hidden meaning. So we got the American honey, got the bourbon.
Correct.
I believe the Frangelica,
Absolutely.
it's for the nut. It's
Right.
the nuttiness, right?
To
It's
be
just
a
the
keeper,
nutty-
you have to
you
be
gotta
nuts.
be nuts.
You gotta
So
be nuts.
you have to have.
You need some nuttiness.
You got to, but not a lot. It's
Not a lot.
it's a half an ounce. No, 1 ounce. We're going 1 ounce.
Well, no, why not?
1 ounce. So that's about.
It pairs very well with the peach, so that's why it's a little hefty.
And going along with the Condor theme, I went skydiving with my wife. That's how
On a cliff.
Our first essential date was
Oh.
skydiving.
Oh, there
Where
you
she
go.
broke her leg. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
Wow.
remember that story.
Broker, that's right. I do remember that.
Yep.
What a great first date.
It is.
Yeah, get her bedridden.
That's right.
You
You
gotta-
can't run.
She
I'll
can't
take care
run
of you.
away.
Isn't there a movie about that? What was that?
Misery.
Misery. Yeah, right. I was saying, you're staying here. All right. So now we go with some lemon. Now my guess here, sour, tart, sour, mean. This is when he yells at you every once in a while.
I've never yelled.
Away. Use.
He yells without ever saying a word. It's that when you're on his side and he's like, and you're like, oh, run. I know. But only half an ounce, so it's not crazy sour, just a little sour. So we'll go a half in each one.
It's not, I don't know. I mean, it does. It happens.
We're feeding the troops with this one, folks. This is like bar bar rescue when you're making several cocktails at a time. And then we're going to chill this. All right. I don't want to shake it with peach. I know that it's not really carbonated, but I think it's got a light carbonation. We never finished that story. So there's certain things that if you shake, like you would never shake a soda because it'll pressure and all that. When you do a egg white cocktail, which we did one earlier, egg whites, when you do a dry shake, they actually expand. Now, I had never read that or knew that. I had done cocktail after cocktail, and then I read that one day, and I was like, huh, I've never had an issue. That night on the show, you saw it, I was making one, and I was about to say the fact. I said, you know, it's interesting. I just learned that when you're shaking egg whites, and when I said that, it went poof, and everywhere. And so I don't push the limit on shaking anything that comes, any part of it carbonated. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these all a little shake. In case it flies off, Alan gets nervous that it'll hit him.
Put the glass towards you in case it explodes.
You know any good attorneys?
No. Now you had some. You love attorneys.
I do. Yes. I love hate relationship.
Yes. That's why we. One more. Look at this. We're like freaking TGI Fridays here.
Yeah, your shake weight workout.
So I don't know if you saw the very first. I put up for a little bit the first quarantine show we did.
I did.
I never really sat and watched it because I can only watch about the first 30 seconds. Like, that's embarrassing. I can't believe I did that.
You've grown. I've
grown because I was watching me shake this cocktail like freaking like what I didn't even know what I was doing. It looked like I had a shake weight in my hand. All right, now we're gonna top these off. Shelby, is this the right number? Am I making all these, or is this just random cups?
And
I love it. How many are we doing out there?
There's 4 out here.
And HCC raised 400 for cocktail.
So yeah, let's share this. So this we're blessed, I believe, all of us to be able to play. I'm going to use the word play for myself. I know there's probably debate. I pretend I try to play soccer. I know some people are like, I don't know that that's really what that's called anymore. But I try, I run, and I think we're blessed because we all get to play on a lot of teams together. This cocktail is all coming from HCC, which is a travel we're over 50 travel team, and we have a blast.
It's an absolute blast.
We were in a champions round last week. I think if we played them 10 times, we would win half of them at least. So that's just the way the cards felt. Then the 2 weeks before that, played in Fort Wayne, won it. Before that, played in Chicago, should have won it. We actually counted as a win. We've had this discussion.
Absolutely.
We didn't win. We beat the team that won, and we should have won, and we're going to stick with that.
Because we're sore losers.
Oh, 100%. How we doing? All right. Here we go, folks. The great, there it is. You know, it seems silly, but been up for many, many hours now, and feel like we're doing all right still. 1, 2, anyway, so.
The wheels are still on.
What do you guys want? 7?
8. Is our last cocktail?
Well, hold on. We'll top them off.
All right. You got to get the most important ingredient.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Didn't add it yet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna divvy this all up. So, folks, so you are about to see the very first ever Condor cocktail.
To quickly become a fan favorite.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we
Served at every match that we play in.
right before we play.
Before, during, and after.
So the last part of this is the peach, specifically peach tea rehab monster, and we're gonna go with about 4 ounces. That's what we decided. So.
We watched last night while Larry played the monsters.
I hear my name being
I
thrown
know.
around.
What was said was that everybody gets together and says, whose turn is it to bring the monsters for Larry to the game?
And then you know what? I can't.
You gotta garnish.
I gotta garnish it. I gotta.
You are not an animal.
We are not. We're gonna.
For
We're gonna
God's
do it.
sakes, we're not animals.
Do I hold my pinky out as the question? Is it that kind of drink?
Pretty much.
We're gonna find out. We got more people showing. I love this.
There's more?
Hey, who all played this morning? By the way, I know I didn't. Did you guys play?
Joel played too.
Hey, is there one more of those peach monsters?
Yes.
Can I have it, please?
Yeah, this is our. What's your drink? Condor for Larry. Oh,
I think so.
Actually, they just made it up basically.
I know. Larry's going to be, he's going to have several different cocktails. Of course, we all could have a little bit more. Are we too warm, too cold? We good?
We're good. All right, now I can distribute.
Yeah, well, here, let me
Top them off.
Yeah, just a thing.
Thank you, sir. Ooh, nice run.
Yeah?
Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
What do we think?
It's very good.
Is it good?
Absolutely.
Do we have a winner chicken dinner?
I believe
Let's
so.
folks whoa, hold on everybody. Hold on. Jeff, we forgot one thing.
We did forget one thing.
What is that?
So in this house, we have been living on Emergency. Emergency actually is sponsored by the men's soccer team in the United States. It's why they won 2-0.
I thought it was because we were there. Sure.
It could have been, yeah.
Can we squeeze the lemon in?
Well, however you want to do it. Folks, there it is. This is your very first quarantine Condor. Let's give it a try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to Larry.
We have any
Cheers.
Condor.
Condor.
The Condor.
The Condor. Call.
Oh.
Something like that.
Nice. I'm already feeling energized from that one.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Very good.
Man, that's an easy drink.
This is all I'm drinking from this day forward.
Yeah, screw that, man. You have your kid. You're bringing a flask.
Pretty good.
That's a solid little drink. Cheers right there, man. Good to see you here.
This is great.
My sister-in-law?
Yeah.
Renee?
Is that Ron?
I see you, Ron. Yeah.
You got any more glasses? No?
I can make some more.
We have more
Do we have more? Did you get one?
Let's make some more.
Here, we got time. I got.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you all's out there.
Oh, will you ask? There, we should ice in that freezer. I'll make another. Yep.
Are you holding up?
You know, I've been waiting for this one. This one I was like intentional. Like this will be a good get me through the day. But this is good. We're gonna make some more of these because it's we'll do a double. We'll do a double here. There's
Similar to
two.
like that sweet tea vodka.
2 and 2. That honey. So folks, I'm just telling you that honey, bourbon, and then the Frangelica. That is really, really smooth. It's
Yeah, that honey bourbon really just.
It's perfect. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's a great drink on a cold winter soccer game night.
Yep.
How was it? Was it really cold? Yeah.
Alan, you're gonna like this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Here we can. I don't know if we have any more cups. Is there? Here. We have more cups.
McMahon.
Hey, Shel.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay. I got some.
Yes.
Right over there. I'm gonna slide right behind you.
No, I didn't.
I'm across the street.
He called
Gotcha.
the Condor called
I'm not sure how many more we need, but we'll make a few more here.
You will not leave.
It's even a nice little roadie cup.
So you wearing the orange Arsenal jersey for the next drink? Or?
You don't got to, man. You got to. Represent. Oh, is there one more can out there?
Yep.
Let's grab that. I'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Perfect.
I want to hear about this donation. That sounded like a huge.
Oh yeah. Hey Jeff, but say that again because I was obviously not quite able anymore to do more than
HCC group raised $400 for the Condor in honor of Larry.
honor Larry
For the kids.
for the kids.
Very
Kind
nice.
of the similar thing.
Arsenal's got to raise 401.
401. I heard yes.
Larry isn't it?
I am.
Come on in here, have a seat.
All
right. Take Ed's seat. Ed McMahon. You just gotta
Ed
laugh.
McMahon.
You gotta
Yes,
laugh
Ed McMahon.
obnoxiously every once in a while.
Yes.
Folks, this is where it really starts to fall off the rails. No, this one,
I haven't dropped anything in a while.
it's true. It's a pretty full bar right now, too, so
It's still early.
it's true.
You're saying
Hey, we started off, there's, what, 5 minutes in?
Yeah.
No, maybe 10. Second cocktail. Foot hit. I have all the glassware here. Knocked it down. Glasses are falling, breaking. I'm like, here we go. I mean, we're 1 hour in. 23 to go. We're rocking and rolling, folks. We got this. This is going to work out just fine. No, we have to garnish. We're not going to do that.
We're not animals, Paul.
I know. I learned this trick too. I should have done it last time. Or boom.
Are we up yet? Did you move? Yeah. Oh, okay. It doesn't stop anyone else from
What happened? Did somebody break something?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
So
You're making another Condor.
yeah, we. All right, we got to see who's calling in here.
Call from Nicole Weddick.
Well,
Oh, hey.
hey, you're on live. What's going on?
Long-time caller, long-time listener.
We all are.
Yes, I just called up to say hi to Ronnie because
Oh.
I missed him by like 3 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
It's funny. He said, I've been sitting outside for 3 minutes waiting to come in until she left. So, that's awkward.
Our time was 1 o'clock. So I guess so.
Yeah. That's your
Okay,
sister.
well that's all. Happy quarantine cocktail show, telethon thingy.
Thanks for helping out, and I hope we see you back. We're still got, good Lord, we still have 6 hours to go.
6 hours.
I'll be back.
All right. All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
We got more to go out.
Okay, bye-bye.
And one for Shelby. Always wanted to say that in the quarantine.
Hey!
Nice.
Try that.
What is that?
I'm empty.
Okay.
Right there.
Thanks, sir.
Absolutely. And I will. Folks, there it is. I told you, I said it was going to get a little crazy. Did I not?
We did.
Oh, yeah, here, we got the So
What's this called?
oh, this is the Condor. So this
Oh,
is
the Condor. Okay.
the very
Yes.
first cocktail that we've ever done, just to make it. And if it's all right,
First of many.
Right. Wow.
let's do a little
It's pretty amazing.
little cocktail, a little note. Condor. May you always fly high, but not too high. You'll miss the save.
Yeah, gotta stay low. Get those
Gotta
low
get
balls.
low. It's, cheers.
Awesome.
There it is.
There it is.
Official quarantine cocktail book.
Very nice.
Now, Alan, how far off the rails have we come?
We are not that bad. 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Nothing.
We'll pull that
Good.
back in with a couple more drinks.
There's a drink. Is that you?
It is now.
Boom.
Need some things cleared.
Yeah, well, let's have a little
Take
sip.
this. My daughter got this last night in your honor. There.
What? Oh, can I read this? This is fantastic. So, yeah, you got me at WVE. So, accepted West Virginia University. Welcome to the Mountaineer family. Is she going to go? Is she
I
going
don't know if she's gonna go, but she
Oh,
at least.
but you
that's
got the
first one in the books.
Oh.
Yes. So
to
we'll take the
WVU,
WVU.
baby?
Yeah.
Well, it's got my vote. I know that.
Yeah,
I know
so-
she's probably been like, but what do you
Yeah,
think
what's
Paul's
Paul
what?
think?
I mean, is he going
Does
to
he
weigh
care?
in? Does he care? I care. So, cheers to WV.
Got my cup. I'm all set.
I know you take that home.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
Justin, I'm not saying it's a sign. However,
Yeah. This happened.
this just happened.
It's recruiting.
That is good.
Right?
That is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that's going to get
So
us.
what is it?
Thank
so
you.
honey bourbon, Sprite,
Honey bourbon monster.
Yeah.
the monster.
Fringelica,
Angelica.
Oh, that's right.
little
Lemon juice.
and lemon juice.
Okay. So not Sprite. So what makes
That's
it taste
right.
peachy?
The monster. That is
underlying
the
alternative.
peach tea
Okay.
rehab. Now that's a hard one to find. That's like the depending on where you are.
I've got 2 cases.
Well, now you do.
I do. Thanks to Jeff.
That is that's kind of like the Pappy Van Winkle of the Monster family, right? It's like when that comes out, everybody's like running in, like, oh my god, you know, limiting
line out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lotteries to be able to get it. They're like, oh, you know, I'm looking on the state websites to try to find out where the peach tea monsters are.
All right, Paul, it's time to close this one out.
What? Or meet the hour.
We're at the hour.
All right, so everybody's head here. All right, we got we got people coming. Awesome. So what we'll do is, folks, we're not leaving. We're going to shut it, flip it over. That sounds bad.
Nice.
We're good.
We're shutting down the live feed just to pick up another live feed.
And we're
YouTube
gonna
likes
clean
us to
up,
do that.
and then we'll be right back for that was 36. We are on to 37. We're almost down to the 10. Almost down to the 10.
Oof.
So yeah, here let's
All right.
I'll start.
Shut her down.
Shut her